Hi, this is Armando Nino. I'm with Gole Conroe. I'm here at Bernhardt Winery this evening, visiting with Mr. Bernhardt, the winemaker and owner of Bernhardt Winery.
Hey, Armando, thank you for coming. We really appreciate it. Let me correct you right away. I'm a proud co-owner with my wife, also a Jerry Bernhardt.
That's right. Jerry, the co-owner.
Jerry and Jerry.
Okay.
Be sure, she's equally invested in this thing and put a lot of sweat equity in here.
I got a chance to meet her. What a wonderful person.
She's great. Cool.
Great person. She's all over the place, though. She's all. I had Shake Russell out here today and entertaining a Go TEXAN event, and vendors came out. There were hundreds of people in attendance, I would say.
Hey, Joe's got a winery dog.
Jojo, the winery dog is here.
Hey, bud, how are you?
And a lot of great wine. We've really enjoyed a lot of different varietals, and we were sitting talking about some of the artistry that goes into making these wines, what it takes to make a great wine. And he was about to tell us, and so we wanted to make sure he shared that with us here. So what does it take to make a great wine?
It all starts with the fruit, and the fruit is a product of the terroir, the land, the interaction of the land, the nutrients in it, the air, the sun angle, the amount of sunshine, the rain that we get. So it all starts there, so if you can imagine, I'll give you a real quick example for you and for your viewers to kind of really understand the concept.
Yeah.
Because all we do is we just smash the grapes and put a little bit of yeast in there, basically, and the yeast does the rest. It converts, it eats up all the sugar, converts it to alcohol, and then our job is to kind of guide that along. Sometimes it's absolutely perfect, sometimes it's not. We can nurture it with a little bit of wood, putting it in barrels and aging it out. Okay. But it all starts with that flavor. So here's a question for you. Do you know what a jump back peach is? I hate to put you on this spot.
Jump back peach. I do not.
All right, so here you go. Jump back peach. This is a Jerry original. It's that peach that when you bite that chocolate and you take a bite, you got to jump back because it just exploded the juice.
Oh yeah, makes perfect sense. Oh, you got it.
As a jump back peach.
Yeah, okay, that's perfect.
And then there's a peach, and that's one of those peaches that you get. You bite into it and go, and there's just no flavor, and it's bland, and you put that there.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. That's the beginning. If all you're doing is taking that delicious, incredible peach juice,
okay,
putting a little yeast, or taking that that has no flavor,
there's your
what do you think you're going to get? There's your bad wine. Okay. So that's the extreme contrast. When you've got these incredibly delicious grapes that are just right, loaded with flavor, packed just right, grown right, exposed to the sun, and you got a jump back grape, and you just got the flavor.
You can taste.
You know the difference.
So what stage do you taste these? I mean, do you just come in and like check them as they're moving along? I mean,
that all happens in the vineyard.
Okay.
Winemaking is a multi-complex operation. You've got a vineyard operation. You're an ag farmer. Then you've got a harvesting, moving the grapes, getting into it. You got the wine making component to it, all the chemistry and all the love and all the devotion there. Then you've got a marketing. You've got to market this stuff. So you've got all of these operations taking place. So it's a relationship where we're growing some of our own grapes. So we're there every day, our shadow in the vineyard, nurturing, testing, encompassing, recomposing the soil, nurturing that along. And then there's the harvest time. Then there's taking care of the wine. And then there's what we call the fining, and then the blending at the very end to bring it to
something's happening there.
That's it.
I don't know what it is, but I haven't shown everybody all that. It looks like he's with European royalty, with all the medals that are given from the Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo. You can see some of these big player there, and with a lot of awards, and to prove it, where it's just not hearsay.
Right.
It's exactly what's happening. It's exactly what's earned. It's exactly what we have right here in our community. And it's just such a the diamond that's hidden back here. I want to call it diamond of the rough. There's nothing rough about it. A great bed and breakfast, a great layout, a great the way the whole property is set up. It's serene. It's nice. It's relaxing in nature in itself, and it just brings on Man, we in an earlier video, we both almost started crying about Shake Russell's, show here today. Afterwards, we interviewed him. A little young man tipped his hat to him, and it was just a real emotional moment. And you mentioned that it brings on a lot of emotions out here. I don't know if it's the wine or the property. it's maybe the combination. Let's say it's certainly the combination. But what a romantic spot. What a romantic place, and a great family environment to just be family. And we saw children out today. We saw everyone brought their dogs and their lawn chairs, and it was a free concert. It was really, really pleasing and really enjoyable. And there were booths, but to bring out some marketplace, kind of go Texan marketplace event. But they were all homegrown stuff.
Yeah.
And
all local.
I mean, I'm at the honey ladies booth, and there were bees all over me. And it was like, I'm at the beard balm guy, and he's right there with me, and it's exactly what he uses, and he's got a big bushy beard, and it's just like, wow, these were real people doing real stuff, and it was just local folks, retirees, and people that just do this stuff for a pastime, or people that have, this is home, this is the new nature of things, and it brings on that village you referred to it before, and it was really, I can feel it, I can feel it, it's nice, and the wine extraordinarily, it complements that, and I don't want to butter your bread too much, but I do love my wine, but I'm all red, so I take a side of the fence, and I really don't play along in the whites very much. And I'm always no, I don't want any white. God, get that away from me. But there was the
Blanc du Bois.
The Blanc du Bois.
Blanc du Bois.
Absolutely fabulous. A great wine. Resembles a bit of a Riesling, award-winning wine, but with the subtlety to the sweetness. It brought a real soft touch to that. The Pinot Noir. I think I drank an entire bottle since we've been discussing this. And I've got a bit in reserve that I'm holding off. The port, a great, I can't even begin to explain how much I like the port. And I'm a big port fan, and I love the brandy mix. I don't like the other kind. There's another kind they make. I'm not a sommelier, but there's other blends they do. But I really prefer the brandy blend, which you'll find in your higher ends and and they've used other things, but this particular blend has a bit of a smoke touch to it, and it really resembles where it would almost get into the entree, with the. I'm drinking it now. This is right here, and they call it brandy fortified, not brandy.
Yeah, fortified with brandy.
Not blend.
Yeah,
But
okay.
For me, it's a blend. It's
Yes,
all blending now.
yeah.
But
There's fancy words. There's a lot of fancy words in making it.
that would go both ways there.
My wife puts it real simple. She said, my husband is going around. She says, look, let me just tell you, there's only 3 kinds of wine. There's red, there's white, and the kind you like. What do you like?
There it is. That's basically it. Yeah. And we're right here, right outside of Montgomery, right outside of Montgomery, Texas, on Highway 105 West, and it's en route to Plantersville. But what a great visit to the country, and bringing such a chic feel and such an emotional feel and such a down-home feel all at the same time. It's really hard to explain. You got to come out. You got to come visit. You got to give it a first visit if you've never been. Come back and visit, because it's been a few years since I've been out, and I'll tell you, we put it on our calendar all the time. Every time a show pops up on Facebook or Instagram, and we like to put that on our calendar with hopes to attend. I want to go. Oh, interested. I want to get out here every time I see it, but I'm going to make it out for Shake Russell coming.
He comes Memorial Weekend.
Memorial Weekend, and there's a Rod Stewart tribute band.
Rod Stewart. We have Rod Stewart. We have the Beatles. We have Journey. We have.
Is Beatles Fab Five?
We have the Beatles, the Fab Five.
Yeah, they're at the Pacific Yard House coming up, I think, this weekend.
They're unbelievable. Oh yeah, we just got.
We were at the Houston Restaurant Association, the HRA dinner a couple of years back, and we saw the Fab Five was playing, so I brought my mom, which I thought was appropriate, but she wasn't a huge fan at the time, but really enjoyed the show, and she's passed and said, but what an emotional moment, and we got to dress up, You know,
Yeah.
we got in
Yeah,
our,
your 60s
so I got my
stuff, yeah,
tux, she got her,
there you
yeah.
go.
Well,
Yeah.
we got to dress up, you know, and it was really nice, and held downtown Houston. What a great time we had. What a great show. The Fab Five are fabulous, and they do a costume change, right? I believe last time I saw them during mid-show. And
They'll be here for Father's Day.
oh, awesome! That's all about me now.
Yeah.
Perfect. Well, yeah, and that was awesome. And I think you can catch them at Pacific Yard House last weekend, or this weekend, or the one coming. If you haven't, that's already come. I'm sorry, guys, but
They're there quite often, so yeah, just check their calendar. Pacific Yard's a neat spot.
and you know the Houston Restaurant Association is probably you know, hovering over every entity. But they batted it out of the park. That was hosted by the Carrabba's family at the time, and so we're really excited about seeing them out here as well. Lots of great entertainment, and you know, we came out to South Shake Russell today. It didn't cost anything to come out and visit. The yard was full of folks, brought their lawn chairs out, like I said, and had a great time. And what a lot of fun we had, and I wanted to thank you.
Thank you.
It's been an absolute pleasure enjoying some great award-winning wine, visiting a wonderful property, seeing some great musicians, and on a budget, you know, and tasting some of the best wines I think I've had in a while. This port really takes it to another level. Like I said, Pinot I'm all over the place, and Cabs I'm all over the place, but I think the port's worth the trip in itself, and so is the Pinot Noir. Thank you again.
Oh, my pleasure.
Great time. Cheers. Salud.
Enjoy having you. Salud. Come back often.